CNBC survey. 54% of students with federal loans say the debt was not worth it. The debt's not worth it. Nearly 1/3 of undergrads borrow money from the federal government to pay for college. That's about 43 million Americans who owe a staggering total of nearly $1.6 trillion in outstanding student loans. Pause. Folks, higher education is big business. Period. The federal government, Uncle Sam, is making big dollars on higher education. A new survey found that 54% of federal student loan borrowers said that taking on the debt was not worth it. Interesting. Of all of the groups that it was 5,162 adults. That's a good sample size. Of the groups, the demographics of the 5,162 adults, millennials and Gen Xers were the most skeptical about the value of the student loan. 63% of respondents ages 35 to 44, so those are your oldest millennials and your younger Gen Xers, 63% said it was not worth it to take out federal student loans. 63%. Now, let's give you a little bit more data here. Millennials are the largest demographic in the American workforce now. So there's more millennials working in the United States than any other demographic generation. Okay? And so 63%, that's a whopping number. The average loan amount for federal student loan borrowers is $36,510. Kate Bernick is 39. She finished graduate school nearly 15 years ago with 2 communications degrees and about $100,000 in student debt. This is a direct quote. She said, I used to be really proud that I had a master's degree, but now it feels a little foolish. Feels like maybe I shouldn't have gone because it's really hard to put a price on what the advantage has been versus the disadvantage of getting into debt. And this was a haunting statement. It's like a mortgage without the house at the end of it. That will preach. I mean, is there anything else that needs to be said? This is a successful businesswoman, multiple degrees and a master's, working in New York City, communications hotshot. It's like a mortgage without the house at the end of it. Whoa. So at what point do we see the dominoes tip the other way? Where people go, I think there's other options that are just as viable, more viable. I think we're there. I think we're going to see it in the next 2 to 3 to 5 years where this next generation, and ultimately it's going to come down to parents. And we parents, we could fast forward this process. If we would just say, hey, kiddo, what do you want to do with your life? Let me help you figure it out. Let's take Ken Coleman's Get Clear Career Assessment. Let's shadow some people. Let's learn. Let's intern. Let's take a gap year or 2 as long as we're on purpose. Let's see how we can marry what you do best with work and tasks and functions that you enjoy and results that you care deeply about. Let's see, where does that exist in the marketplace for jobs? Let's see what it actually takes to get qualified. Let's figure out that plan. And watch college enrollment continue to plummet unless college reinvents itself, which I don't like its chances. Let's watch a generation of fulfilled people realizing what it's actually about, filling that unique role that you were created to fill.